So I commented on Twitter about this, and people were very confused about Jimin's quick change during the filter performance. So I hope this clarifies things. This is my theory, so I could be very, very wrong. But this makes sense to me, so I hope this makes sense to everyone else. So first, let's do an analysis of the screen captures I've taken of his performance. So his first outfit is a white shirt and black pants, right? So his black pants in particular are quite loose if you look at the hem here. And also here, I hope this isn't weird for anyone, but the crotch is quite low. So that leads me to believe that his red pants are already on him underneath the black pants, and that the black pants are some sort of tearaway technology of the magician's world, which I don't, completely know 100%, but that sort of idea. And then also his white shirt is also quite loose, and that makes me believe that the really tight part of his shirt in the red suit, so right here, is also already on him underneath the white shirt. Then also, it could be a trick of the lighting, or it could be that if you can look very closely here, there's a bit of red kind of peeking through at the divide between the white and the black. This could be a trick of the light, but also white shirts tend to be a bit sheer when under the correct lighting, and this could be a bit of the red sort of showing through the white. Then also his cuff, or the opening of his cuff, is quite long. And these buttons, I believe, might be snaps. And when the dancers help him pull off his shirt, it could easily open much wider for them to just pull his shirt right off. Then let's look at his backup dancers, in particular these two people. Notice how they're wearing something like a dark gray piece of clothing. When they're doing the quick change, all the dancers sort of stand in front of him in a single file line, and then, we see pieces of clothes, fly off and left and right. But the thing is, he's wearing a white shirt, and nothing that flies off actually looks like his white shirt. The only white thing that flies away is his white hat, and we can clearly see it's his white hat. So that means that it is quite possible that it is these two gray pieces flying off left and right as they're taking off his, costume and helping him change. And then here we have, a mannequin that they actually all stand in front of when he's doing the quick change. And that makes me believe that it is possible to hide pieces of his costume behind the mannequin, both, before and after the quick change. So yeah, and then also back to these two people that have the dark gray. If you look at the backup dancers after he has his red suit on, none of them have that dark gray piece on them anymore. Now, there are a couple of people standing behind each other, so it's not very clear, but if you watch back the performance and look at all the dancers after he has his red suit on, there's no one with these dark gray pieces on them anymore. So these are probably the misdirection pieces that, is the hallmark of a magic trick. Now, let's continue onto his red suit. As per usual, his jacket is falling off his shoulder right here as he's dancing. So that actually affords us a clear view that his shirt, at least the top part of his shirt, his arm is completely covered by the shirt, and that the arm is completely connected down into his wrist. So that is a long sleeve. That is a complete long sleeve, and not, a deconstructed shirt that is sewn to a jacket, let's say, right? And that his jacket is a completely separate piece from his suit. So let's look some more. Here, his shirt front is suspiciously loose here. And I'll explain how that comes into play later. And his cuffs here, now they could be, cut off and then sewn to the jacket, but again, because of this particular picture, I'm pretty sure it's just a full long sleeve. And then, of course, here again we can see as his jacket is falling off, the shirt is connected. And then, oh no, the pants are tucked into his shoes and he forgot to untuck them or didn't have enough time. So we can see that it is very likely that his red pants were tucked into his shoes to prevent them from showing while he had his black pants on. And also, if you'll notice, the crotch is also much higher. Here's approximately his knee, so it's a little bit higher than the black pants, which means it would be not uncomfortable to wear under his black pants. Now, how does all of this come together? First, his loose white shirt is probably got, snaps, right, as buttons down the front, so he could just take it off like it's, a tearaway shirt. It just tears open, and his backup dancers can just pull it off of him while he then takes up the red shirt front. Now, the red shirt front, I believe, is folded over and then maybe tucked in around the red tight part around his waist. Then his red pants are tucked in at the ankles into his shoes to hide them under the black pants. And again, the black pants are loose and they are probably some kind of tearaway technology. I'm not completely well versed in these theatric effects, but I'm sure it's possible. Then the red band that is worn around his waist also holds down the waistband of his red pants. If you look about here, right, they kind of hold them down so that when the dancers tear away his black pants, they don't accidentally tear off his red pants as well. And yeah, so that would work very well. It's great planning. And then here is how his red shirt would go on. So his red shirt is actually open down the back. And then he would just put it on sort of like a hospital gown. Just slip his arms in through the sleeves, and then there's probably some kind of magnet or snap or some kind of quick fastening behind his collar just to hold it together so that the shirt doesn't fall forward and open. And then, of course, the jacket hides all the crime, right? And that way, it's much more seamless, when his jacket falls open, right? And also, as he's dancing pretty hard. The bottom part of his jacket will, fly up and possibly expose his back. But because the red band around his waist is pretty high up on his lower back, it would actually hide any lower back that could possibly be exposed, and thus no bare skin would show, right? And so it's a feat of, clothing engineering and a lot of planning, but of course he needs his backup dancers to help him out. And yeah, this is just my theory, so I could be wrong, but I hope this helps explain why he can go from that first outfit to this red outfit so quickly. If you want me to make a part 2, the purple suit from day 2, please let me know and I'll do that. Thanks. Bye.